There are some stories that live in our imagination long before we ever understand them. Noah's Ark is one of those stories. Maybe you first heard it as a kid. Animals 2x2, a giant boat, a rainbow. But when you look closer, it's not a children's story. It's a story of warning, mercy, patience, faith, and a second chance for the world. Today I want to retell it in a way that helps us feel the humanity behind it. Not as a distant myth, but as a real moment in history with real fear, real hope, and a real family trying to believe God when no one else would. Picture a world that's come undone. Violence everywhere. Corruption everywhere. People living however they wanted with no thought of God at all. Imagine walking through a city where cruelty is normal, where every day feels darker than the last. That's the world Noah lived in. But Noah was different. The Bible says he walked with God. That's not a fancy phrase. It means he listened. He cared. He tried to do what was right, even when everyone else didn't. While the world was growing harder, Noah kept his heart soft. And God noticed. One day, God spoke. And what he said would change everything. God told Noah something unthinkable. The world had become so broken that a reset was coming. A flood. A great one. But this wasn't a message of destruction, it was a message of rescue. God said, build an ark. A real one. Large enough to hold your family and pairs of every living creature. Now imagine hearing that. You're not a shipbuilder. You don't live by an ocean. You don't even know what a worldwide flood is supposed to look like. And yet Noah didn't argue. He didn't negotiate. He simply believed. And he got to work. This wasn't a weekend project. This ark was massive. Longer than a football field, 3 stories tall, built to survive the impossible. People walked by and laughed. Some mocked him. Some probably whispered, that old man's lost it. But Noah kept building. Think about the courage it takes to obey God when no one else understands. Day after day, year after year, hammer, saw, sweat, repeat. While the world went on living like nothing was wrong. And then, something extraordinary began to happen. Animals started showing up, not wandering randomly, coming with purpose. 2 lions side by side. 2 elephants. 2 doves. Creatures from forests, deserts, mountains, all gathering near this giant wooden ship. People must have stared in disbelief. When was the last time you saw a camel and an eagle and a leopard standing in the same line? But Noah knew. The time was close. God told Noah, go into the ark. Take your family. Take the animals. The flood begins soon. Noah gathered his wife, his sons, and their wives, 8 people total. 8 people who believed God enough to step inside something that made no sense to anyone else. Then the door. A door so heavy no human could possibly close it, and began to move. And God himself shut them in. Outside, the skies were still clear. Maybe some people laughed again. Maybe others shrugged it off, but then a single raindrop fell. Then another, and another. Rain like the world had never seen. Dark clouds rolling fast. Thunder shaking the ground. The earth itself broke open, and water shot up from below. People must have run for higher ground, calling out, panicking, searching for safety that no longer existed. And inside the ark, Noah and his family felt the huge structure lift, the sound of waves pounding against the wood, the cries of animals unsettled by the storm. Days passed, nights passed. The world outside disappeared beneath the water. But inside the ark, there was shelter, there was safety, there was hope floating on the surface of judgment. For 40 days it rained, but the waiting wasn't 40 days. It was months. Imagine being inside a wooden vessel with no engine. No way to steer, no clue where you'll land. All you have is trust. Trust that God didn't bring you this far to abandon you. Trust that the same God who sent the storm would bring the calm. And slowly the water began to go down. The ark rested on a mountain, but Noah didn't just assume it was over. He sent out a raven, then a dove. And when that dove finally returned with a fresh olive leaf, Noah knew life was returning. Hope was sprouting again. When the earth was dry, God told Noah, come out of the ark. And when his feet touched solid ground again, Noah didn't rush to rebuild his house or plant crops. The very first thing he did was stop and worship. Not because everything was perfect, not because he had all the answers, but because he survived what he should not have survived. Because God had been faithful when the world fell apart. And in that moment, God made a promise, a covenant for all generations. No more worldwide flood. No more reset like this. The rainbow in the sky sealed that promise, a reminder of mercy after judgment and hope after devastation. The story of Noah isn't just about a boat. It's about trust when life doesn't make sense. It's about standing firm when the world goes the opposite way. It's about a God who warns, a God who rescues, a God who gives second chances. It's about this truth: when storms come, obedience becomes the ark that carries us through. Noah wasn't perfect, but he listened. He prepared. He trusted. And God was faithful. And that's the heart of this story. Even when the world feels heavy, even when everything around you seems dark, there's always an ark for those who listen. There's always hope for those who trust. Thank you for watching.